It's not time for us to bring in Olamide or Dekunle, who will definitely take us through what's trending, not just in Nigeria, but globally. Olamide, good to have you join us this morning.
Good morning, team. How are we doing today?
Very well, Olamide. Good morning.
This fine morning. I've got some solid stories for you guys. Shall I take it away?
Take it away.
Good morning, Nigeria. I like to say that TVC has a finger on the pulse and an eye on the streets. And here on the Trending Now segment, I do my best on a daily basis to bring you trending stories that are shaping the world that you and I live in. I begin today with this submission. Are you really the father of your child? That's the uncomfortable question raised by a new report from Smart DNA Nigeria. And the numbers are quite startling. According to their 2025 annual report, 1 in every 4 paternity tests conducted in the country over the past year came back negative. That means that 1 out of every 4 presumed fathers turned out not to be the biological parent of their child. Now, this report, which covers July 2024 to June 2025, reveals that firstborn children, especially sons, were most likely to show discrepancies, with 64% of negative results linked to them. And most of the tests were initiated by men, a whopping 88%, particularly those over 40. And Lagos also emerged as the epicenter of DNA testing, recording nearly 70% of cases. But interestingly, the vast majority of families were not testing for court reasons or legal reasons, but simply for their peace of mind. But beyond the science of these results, the findings, of course, spotlight deep issues of trust, of culture, and of the family dynamics in Nigeria. With inheritance, lineage, and even reputation at stake, DNA testing is, of course, rewriting the story of fatherhood in many Nigerian homes. I'll take one tweet on this. Iyke says, the invention and widespread availability and awareness of DNA tests have made millions of women reconsider engaging in paternity fraud. Even some cool and kind-hearted women have once considered engaging in it at one point or the other. Men aren't taking chances anymore. This is very interesting. The numbers are startling, but it does show an openness and a forward thinking in men being open to ask the right questions and go against stigmas. But moving on in the world of social media, for once, a Nigerian police officer is trending online for all the right reasons. A video that's been making the rounds on social media shows a senior officer, now identified as Kingsley Osigwe, intercepting a bribe being offered at a checkpoint along the Owerri-Port Harcourt Expressway and openly chastising the junior officer involved. In a space where stories of extortion and abuse often dominate our headlines, this rare moment of accountability has, of course, struck a chord with Nigerians who are hungry for police reform. Take a look at this video.
Yes, give him the money back. Yes, stop. Shut. Give him that money back. Go and give him back. Come, why did you collect money from him? Why did you take money from him? Did you buy anything from him? Did you buy anything from the driver? No. So why did you collect money from him? Why did you collect money from him? Shut up your mouth. Who is your commander? Go like this. Go like this. Why did you collect money from him?
I pose this question: what would the Nigerian police force look like if every officer held themselves to this same standard of discipline and honesty? Let's think about that. But in the meantime, I'll take a look at social media. EWC says, nothing fear police past when their senior officers catch them doing illegal job. Autobus says, I think more senior officers should go on this kind of inspection of roadblocks and supervise their activities. And finally, Albe says, this won't help anything, Sha. The senior officer goes and then the man starts from where he stopped. Indeed, the only way to stop this is policy. But team, I want to focus on this paternity test issue because aside from being journalists, we are, of course, sociologists and psychologists. In Africa, we have this mindset that it takes a village to raise a child. That's so right. Why are men so interested in my own?
When it comes to a child, it's not just a child. It shows that you can have a child. In most cases, they'll say that is what makes you a man. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? That's why they want to do a lot of that. Another good thing is that the era where a woman will take a pregnancy and hang on your neck, it's gone, you know, because the man knows what to do to know if the child is his or not. Where I come from, if you ask a man, how many children do you have? The most likely answer you'll get is ask the mother.
Okay. Interesting stuff. Right. And I think it's a society with moral decadence and people intermingling of sexes, people getting to do things before they even got married. Imagine some ladies, you know, asking some guys, or maybe some guys asking some ladies, what's your body count? So it starts from there. Some are in the relationship before they get married to another person, and then they feel like, okay, I need to just do the send-off or send-forth, whatever, before I get, you know, all these bachelors, batch eve, whatever. So all these atrocities that we've packaged, you know, into modernity, you know, we've lost our morals. So I do not blame people who are doing this, but I definitely will just appeal to our society to do things right, because it is not the African way. Let's leave it to the West. It's not the African way. It should not even be the human way. So that's my point, though.
For me, I'll say that I strongly blame people that do this, because I feel like as a woman, if you know the child is not for a man and you say it's for him, you are a criminal, because it's a criminal offense. I feel like oftentimes we do not know what this does to the men when they find out. I know that, you know, a man is a father of all, but lying to somebody that that's the child when that's not a child, first of all, you bring hatred, and he's going to hate that child at the end of the day. And I hate the fact that we try to justify some things. If you are not sure who the father is, go and do DNA test before the man and find out. If you know he's not the one, go and apologize. It's high time that, you know, we stop, you know, like saying that, okay, if this happens, this can happen. No, there's no reason for you to lie that somebody is somebody's child when the person is not a person's child. We've heard this story too many times. We've seen how it has ruined the lives of men. I'm a woman, but I'm speaking totally against this. And quickly, for the police officer, kudos to you. And I say it, we shouldn't let one bad egg spoil all the amazing police officers that we have.
Let me speak about this police officer. Thank you, sir, for highlighting what we just saw there. I don't even know how exactly he turned on his camera to video this, but this has been happening and is still happening across the country. The hierarchy of our uniform agencies are aware of this. In fact, a few years ago, I engaged a junior police officer, and he told me some of these things are actually strategies orchestrated from the top, you know, as a return means back to the office. And so let's not act, first of all, as a surprise. Oh, why did you collect money? They happen. The thing that we need to do is go back to retraining yourselves. How do you bring people into the force? What are they supposed to be doing? What is their conduct? And how then do you monitor them to deliver on the accuracy of what they're supposed to do? So, but kudos to you, sir, for doing this. However, it's not a surprise to Nigerians because we go through that every other day. But we need to stop that.
You hear that man that offered the policeman a bribe and saying that I just dash him, I dash him. Imagine us enabling.
Exactly.
You are being fleeced, and then we are saying, I dash him. You're trying to even save the guy.
Because he knows to pass that checkpoint again.
It's a practice that has been, it's a norm. The give and take is a norm. If we want it to change, we want it to stop, then we need to then change it. No, of course, it's an anomaly, but it's a common practice in the country. It's not a, so my point is, let's not see this as a strange occurrence, as if, oh, it's been going on.
And it starts with us. We should not also enable giving money out. It starts with us.
Absolutely, and I want us to put it into context. In the police system, this is their culture, and so to have one person stand against that, he must get his flowers, but I'll take some more stories. Moving on, in the world of entertainment news, Nollywood actor Iyke is making headlines after stating that single mothers cannot raise boys into proper men without the influence of a male figure. Now, speaking in a recent interview in Accra, Ghana, he argued that while women are naturally nurturing, that quality alone is not enough to instill discipline and resilience in young boys. Here's Iyke.
I was at a beach in the south of France once, and my son, before then, he's never seen me this way. You know, that growing up bonding thing. He was playing with a bunch of kids, some white kids, bigger than him. And well, I think he got tired. My son is a horrible footballer. I don't know what gave him the idea, because he's half black, he can play football. So they dribbled the hell out of my son. He got sick of being dribbled, and he went to grab the ball. It was his ball. Now the white kids don't want it.
But still in the entertainment industry, dancer and choreographer Kathy Shafao, herself a single mother of 2, has now given the conversation a different twist. On the Honest Bunch podcast, the 45-year-old revealed how she's been rejected by men simply because she has children, stressing that stereotypes against single parents are unfair, and she insisted that having kids should not automatically disqualify anyone from love or marriage, as single parents often work on themselves and can make even stronger partners. Take a look at this short clip.
I've had somebody tell me because I'm a single mother, I can't even think about dating me because I have 2 children. That has been divorced is not even the better candidate. If she has worked on herself, what is the guarantee that the 2 single people today are not both going to be divorced people tomorrow?
Right.
Because why are people just feeling like, no, I need to marry him fresh and I need to marry her fresh. But both of you are going into the same data that the world has computed for you, that over 70% of marriages crash. You are part of the 70%.
Interesting. The question now is parenting defined by gender roles or by the values and stability that a parent provides? And if society continues to sideline single mothers, are we overlooking the resilience and the growth that they often bring into raising the next generation? On one hand, you have Iyke saying, single mothers cannot raise a child alone. On the other hand, a lot of times single mothers aren't given their choice. They are the only parents who stayed to raise that child. We must put things into context. I'll take 2 tweets on this. Let's see what you guys had to say. Giddy Traffic says, a single mother can't raise a boy properly. Barack Obama, LeBron James, Bill Clinton, Jay-Z, all raised by single mothers. I think there are enough receipts to counter that claim. Love it. And Johnson C says, every man needs a father figure, even if you are a single mom. Find a father figure for your son. Some toddlers don't even listen to their mom, no matter the discipline. But a father's harsh words can easily put the fear of God into them. Men build while women nurture. Very interesting. Team, still in entertainment news. If you're watching at home and today feels a little gloomy for you, Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State is here with a reminder that joy is free. A video making the rounds shows the governor not just smiling, but joyfully drumming away, living up to his reputation as Nigeria's dancing governor. It's a light-hearted moment that reminds us that beyond the weight of politics and governance in Nigeria, our leaders are also everyday people who live, laugh, drum to the rhythm of life. This is very interesting. I'll take 1 tweet on this. I love this man. Willie V says, he was always like this before he became governor. So why do y'all want him to change to something else just because he's governor? Habana. All that matters if he's doing his work and delivering good governance to his people, not his lifestyle that he was living even before becoming a governor. Very interesting. This is very interesting. Now, team, I'll take some good news before I hand over to you guys. Here on the TVC Breakfast Show, as you know, Nigeria is very important to us. And from the streets of Lagos to global stages, Nigerians are leaving their mark everywhere, in business, in the arts, in science, in sports, and beyond. And here on the Niger Triumph segments, we like to shine a spotlight on every win, big or small, and celebrate the unshakable spirit of the Nigerian collective, because we truly believe that when one Nigerian rises, we all rise. And truly, Nigeria they carry last. Adeleke would be very proud of that little jig I just did. But today's triumph belongs to a young woman called Amara Uneli. Take a look at this impressive young woman.
People could learn about climate change, be equipped with necessary skills, and connect with Mother Earth. Creating the Green Sustainability Park, a public accessible park designed and built with recycled materials, dedicated to education and empowerment. Our ongoing construction process has already involved hundreds of volunteers. We opened our first pilot park in Ikota, Lagos, and our Green Sustainability Park vision does not end here. Our goal is to replicate this model in underdeserved areas across Lagos and beyond, serving as proof that with creativity, collaboration, and determination, we can reimagine urban spaces, inspire sustainability, and foster a generation of climate-conscious leaders. Support green by joining Preserve.
At At just 17 years old, Amara Nwuneli is rewriting the future of our cities and rewriting history for Nigeria. She grew up in Lagos, where only 3% of our land is green space, and she saw firsthand the heat, the pollution, and the pressure of a concrete jungle. And instead of waiting for change, she chose to create it with a youth-led project she founded called Preserve Our Roots, turning abandoned urban sites into eco-parks built from recycled materials. And her work caught the world's attention. This year, Amara became the first Nigerian to win the Earth Prize 2025 for Africa, leading the world's environmental award for teenagers. And her prototype park in Ikota is not just a playground of trees and benches. It's a living classroom, and it's teaching young people about climate resilience while offering a rare sanctuary of a calm in the heart of a restless city. She won a $12,500 prize, and she says that she plans to build 3 more parks across underserved Nigerian communities. But this triumph is more than just personal. I think it's proof that innovation can grow from Lagos and indeed Nigerian soil. And it's a reminder that greener cities are not just the responsibility of our government alone, but of dreamers who are bold enough to turn waste into wonder and scarcity into opportunity. Team, I'd like you guys to please chime in on this. How many more problems, need our solutions? How many more concrete jungles need refurbishing? If we all applied ourselves to solving a problem, wouldn't Nigeria be such a more better place? I just hope, I wish we had more Amara Nwuneli. She reminds me of our guest earlier on in the program, Ms. Okunu, that is passionate about things like this. Passion can take you far. That's and right. For a young girl that is 17, showing so much passion to a point where she attracted international recognition and now has $12.5 million to do more of these things, Nigeria to carry last.
Yeah. Yes, I'll say kudos to Amara for what she's doing, and I know the sky is just the beginning, and then there's so much that we want to hear from our youth. That's a youth, doing something very meaningful. Talk about the single motherhood that you talked about earlier. I feel this is, when some Muslims, and I want to speak to my Muslim brothers, when some Muslims feel, yeah, I can marry more than 1 wife or 2 wives, these are the kind of women that Islam is saying that you should take care of, because it is not about you looking for virgin up and down. Some women that are, high moral character, divorced, they need a man. They need men, rather. So you have to step in. This is what it is about. Governor Adeleke, imagine you don't have that kind of a governor in Nigeria. It's going to be a boring country. All
right, and big ups to Amara on that one. But I really want to concentrate on, the single mother thing. I watched the interview with Iyke, and it didn't sit well with me. These are some of the things we do that we send people into depression. Absolutely. Some of these single mothers, they are not in it because they want to be. Some of them, the husbands have died. Some of them, they divorced. Some of them married wrong. And some of them are amazing women that have made their children amazing. So it's sad to see that, we're saying that, oh, single mothers, we want to castigate them. Then they go into depression and we say, oh, they are depressed. Single mothers are amazing. I know single mothers that have done really well. So please, we need to change this narrative.
Absolutely.
Now, there's no doubt, really, that every child requires or needs the attention of both a father and a mother. If that situation can be created comfortably and effectively, please, by all means, do. However, when situations emerge that you become either a single dad or a single mom, you can't now say that just because it's just one parent, the person can't deliver a good child at the end of the day. No, that kind of stamp on someone's ability can be really crippling, not just on the person, but on the child too, the person is trying to raise. So let's situate things appropriately. Governor Adeleke has been who he is forever. I like the man for that. I wish myself I can be a dancing journalist on social media.
You can try.
Maybe I'll make more money.
Step on the table.
But talking about Adeleke, I love the fact that he loves his joy. Like, he's been like this. I don't like the fact that people want to say, oh, because he's always been a jolly fellow. And he's just happy, and I love it for him. It was his birthday recently, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so can I just
Happy
add
birthday.
Please.
Can I just add this? I believe that joy is a statement, joy
Yeah.
is a weapon. Osun State right now is going through a lot. Civil servants apparently have not been paid for a while. He's paying from his pocket. There's been so many political tussles. To see this man engage in joy as a weapon.
I like that comparison. You're painting quietly, you know, but then the man is having fun. However, for this our beautiful 17-year-old Amara, well done, Amara. Thank you
done, Amara.
for bringing a green land out of a dry space. Well done. We just give you more grace for that.
At least if you want your name to be written in gold, you want people to remember you after your death. You know, you write a book, you plant a tree, and then you give birth to a righteous children.
And then you have grown adults who are littering the streets of Lagos, being arrested for a lack of waste management. And here is this young woman building, we should be ashamed.
And Olamide, you know, I always say it starts with us. Absolutely. It starts with us. Once we can do better, the country will be better. Because we blame the government every time. But when we put it to ourselves, what do we do to make Nigeria better?
Absolutely.
Okay, I can talk about Adeleke now, I believe.
Yes, Harris.
You know, I just love that man. Yes, maybe civil servants may not have been paid one or the other, but that man is a happy man, and happiness is a choice.
Yes.
That's right.
True.
It is a choice.
And I hope he's not just a happy-go-lucky. So much so when he has documents in front of the table, I mean, right in front on the table.
He's happy also
He's
to
not
sign.
using the document to beat.
I don't think so.
You know, for
I
beating.
just love that
But it
guy.
gives us joy anyway.
Yeah,
And
so
then we
much
want
joy.
him to spread the joy across the state, in Osun State particularly.
That's right.
Well, that's about it for the programming today. We want to say thank you so much for your company. But then let's tell you that reactions and views of all our resource persons are theirs and have no connection whatsoever with TVC News. Up next will be Your View with Morayo and the ladies, and then this morning with Yori Folari. Thank you so much. Tomorrow is another day. Have a lovely day. Bye now.